surprised these guys are coming over and saying, geez, you're doing a great job. Of course, you know, we're doing...
But in addition to that, we paid another 1.5 billion 2 weeks ago to unsecured bondholders.
Yeah.
It's just incredible. And there's no acknowledgement, there was no debate about it, no fuss about it, no nothing. Can you understand, Dominic, why we continue to do this?
Yes, because we are in a situation that we want to get out of as soon as possible. Don't forget, the country was virtually bankrupt, Vincent, when we took over last year.
Virtually unsecured bondholders.
The important thing that this country has to do is regain its reputation on an international stage. We can see some of the benefits already of doing that.
Why did we pay 1.5 billion to unguaranteed bondholders in AIB?
Because, as I said, we're trying to make sure that we regain our reputation abroad. Just this week, we've seen some of the benefits of regaining that reputation. We've seen international investors. Today, we saw, just before we came on air, we saw the Taoiseach and the Taoiseach in Dunleary announcing more jobs for the country. We want to see more of that, but we can only get more foreign investment by regaining the confidence of international investors, and that's what we're trying to do, slowly, but surely.
Grant, do you think the confidence of investors is improved by our recklessness in paying debts we don't own?
Well, I think the recklessness came along.
No, don't mind that. Don't tell us about that. Just deal with the point of we're paying 1.5 billion for debts we don't own, and we have no legal obligation to pay them, no more obligations. It's not part of any deal we did in the Troika. Nothing. We're paying this 1.5 billion. We did it 2 weeks ago. What's the justification for that?
I only wish that when we came into government that we had a clean book.
We Dominic, just please don't make speeches about tangential issues when I'm asking a question. What is the reason that we paid 1.5 billion to unguaranteed bondholders in AIB in 2 weeks ago?
Because as a nation, we need to still stay above the line. We need to make sure that we pay our debts.
And how does that pay our debts? It's not our debt.
So that we can continue
to borrow. It is not our debt, Dominic.
We're going to be borrowing for the next few years.
Dominic, it is not our debt.
Well, you know, Vincent, you have to look at it like this. The government made commitments, the last government made commitments in relation to bank bailouts that we as a sovereign government now have to live up to.
This is nothing to do.
We have to pay.
Dominic,
we have to pay back.
You understand? This has nothing to do with the bank guarantee, not covered by the bank guarantee. We have no legal obligation, no moral obligation, no obligation at all to pay this debt. Why did we do it?
It's an easy solution for you to sit here and say, oh, let's not pay this debt.
Why don't you tell us why we did it?
But as a government, we have to make sure that we've got access to funding so that we can pay for those services out there, like our nurses, like our social security. We need to make sure that that money is in the bank.
That's what we're trying to do here. I've never come across this before, even talk to politicians, and somebody just waffles on and on, completely ignoring
I'm sure you have, Vincent.
Completely ignoring the question. So we'll try again now. We paid 1.5 billion to AIB bondholders. We had, for debt we had no responsibility for. Neither the people of the country nor the state had no responsibility for. Nor did the state have any legal obligation to do this, no moral obligation, no obligation under the deal we have with the Troika or anything else. Why did we do that?
I think you need to look at the benefits of making sure that we pay back loans and debts such as this.
What's the benefit of paying back
One of the things we've managed to do since we came in just 15 months ago, what we've managed to do is we've managed to cut 10 billion off our interest rate. And the reason why we're able to do this...
You win.
Listen,
you win, Dominic.
No, I'm not
you
here to
win.
win.
I just give up. I give up.
I'm not here to win.
But I give up.
I'm not going to say something just because you want me to say it if I don't believe it to be true. I think we're restoring our international reputation, and we need to continue doing that to make sure that we get jobs brought into the country. And that's what the government is doing and will continue to do.
Thank you. You win. I give up. I've asked you the question several times, and you make these waffle speeches.
One thing I think would be